Welcome back. As a new mother for the second time, I always want to make sure that I'm feeding my kids the proper nutrition. I am here today with Chef Tara Anderson from Pint Palates, who has created amazing food for infants, toddlers and seniors. Tara, thank you very much for being here.
You're welcome.
I am in awe of your talent and I haven't even spoken to you yet. I mean, look at just even looking at what we have here.
Yes.
So tell me about Pint Palates. Where did the idea come from?
The idea came from a trip that we took last spring on vacation, and I was used to preparing all of my daughter's baby food, and we decided we'll just go and we'll buy something at the store, it'll be fine. And we bought some shelf-stable baby food and brought it back and started trying to feed it to her, and she wanted nothing of it. And I thought, well, we're just in a new space, she doesn't know where we are, she's just being uncomfortable. So then I thought, well, let me just take a bite of it, see what it tastes like. And it was horrendous, it was horrible. And I just kind of thought, like, wow, this is chef inspired. This was a shelf product. It was beautiful package, shelf inspired, and it was disgusting. And so my husband, who's also a chef, said, well, why don't you do something about it? You've been looking for your passion. You've been looking for a way to put your food in front of people. Maybe this is your opportunity. So that's kind of the little baby version of where it started, and I just started researching and trying to see what was available in this market, and there wasn't really any options other than what you could find at your standard supermarket shelf.
How interesting. So you've taken your passion and then they've channeled it into a viable business that there's a real need for.
I think so. I have a lot of friends and even chef colleagues who tell me, I love to cook, I just don't have time to cook, and what are my options? Exactly. I either have to steam carrots and puree them, or then I don't know how much spice to put in something. I don't know how things are going to combine. I don't know what it's going to be like after it's frozen. So those are all things that I've taken that
and so how long has the process been in terms of, it was a year ago, but you came away from that trip, and did you just jump straight into it immediately?
I came away from that trip with the thought of, I'll take one or two things and I'll make them and I'll sell them to some supermarket. And then reality struck, and I realized, this could be bigger. Like I could really have a whole line of baby food that's just delivered to your house.
Right.
And maybe one day it's available retail, but for now it's in your house, and you have this great exclusive service delivered to you that's all chef inspired. It's all globally inspired foods. So you're exposing your family to flavors that you enjoy when you're eating out, but on a much more sedated basis. So it's not as spicy as what you would get of a Thai green curry, but there's a little spice.
Right. And so that's what they say, isn't it? That to make sure that you expose your children to that variety of spice. Because, I mean, being British, we're known for our bland foods. and it's, when I look in the children's cookbooks and they say cook curry, my initial reaction is, oh no, I can't give him curry. But actually, when he's had
curry shortbread.
Is it really?
So if you mix a little exotic with a little familiar, it's not so scary.
Exactly. And then, so you've got, I saw that earlier you had pad thai here.
I do have pad thai. It's a fairly traditional pad thai. Very simple. There's not a lot of scary ingredients in there. There's no peanuts. It's that tamarind sour sauce, a little bit of sweetness, and there's tofu instead of chicken. So we mix a lot of plant-based proteins with animal-based proteins.
Great.
So there's a nice balance. You don't have to eat meat every day. There's lots of options to get protein. So we try to share that and give that option to parents.
So, and which with all these dietary needs that you have to just take into account. So
there's a limit on sodium. We do season. I do use salt. I think it's necessary. Things have to taste good for your child to want to eat it.
Yes.
But you don't need to laden it with salt.
Absolutely. Well, just looking at all of these different, the winter squash, wild rice and chicken, polenta bolognese, the smoked salmon stew, and I'm going to try this one right here.
Yes. So we have fruit puree. So part of our meal program is a weekly delivery. And if you were to order a weekly delivery plan.
Oh my gosh, that's delicious.
It would come with the fruit puree, which you're trying right now. This week, it's roasted pineapple and banana. We simply take the pineapple and the banana and roast it in the oven so that we dehydrate it a little bit and intensify those flavors, and then we puree it. So there's no butter, there's no sugar. That's the natural food in its natural state, simply roasted and pureed.
That's absolutely
And it's
delicious.
It's dessert almost.
It is dessert. I'm having more.
So you're getting a serving of fruit right there.
It is real, and you could,
and vitamin C, and
this is for all age groups can enjoy
anybody
this.
could enjoy that.
Yes.
I mean, I have friends who squirt this on a plate and put fruit on it or put granola on top of it, and that's their breakfast.
Oh my love, that is absolutely delicious. I love it. I'm going to gobble that up later. And so you have the granola, I see.
So with all of these meals for kids and for babies, we also offer a senior program, which is basically a larger portion of the same meals. We offer everything we offer wet, we offer pureed or whole. So you're not eating baby food if you're 3.
Right.
You're eating.
It has texture, yeah.
Yes, it has texture.
Yeah.
And then we also have granola that changes whenever I feel like changing it. This week it's chocolate, cherry, and New Mexico chili. So there's this whole trend on spicy sweet. So this is a little spicy sweet, a little healthy indulgent. And then these are our homemade granola bars. We have cherry lime coconut right now.
Delicious. Rosemary cheddar crackers too.
Rosemary cheddar crackers. So a little bit of unique flavors added to something that's very, very safe. A cheddar cracker is this is your homemade Cheez-It.
Right.
It has mozzarella company cheese in it. It has fresh rosemary from my garden. And then we also have a coconut curry shortbread with a little lime glaze. So it's
throwing the lime glaze on there.
And we use coconut to replace some of the flour, not all of the flour, but some of it, so it lightens it up. It makes it very crisp. And then this really sweet, nutty curry flavor that's just, it's a good way to expose your family to kind of a unique flavor that it's kind of satiating.
Well, Tara, thank you so much. And so how can people find out about you?
So we have a website. You order online. We have 3- and 5-day meal plans. You can also order things a la carte. It's www.halfpintpalates.com. It's not Pilates, it's palates. Like your tasting palate.
Yes. halfpintpalates.com. So everybody go to halfpintpalates.com because this is a true treasure indeed. Tara, thank you very much for being here. And unfortunately, that's all we have time for today. Thank you to Michael Jenkins, to Jamie Pelletier, and to Tara. Thank you.
My pleasure.
And join us on Facebook, Twitter, follow us on Prime TV, and thank you also to Paulette from Ali Koosh for my amazing outfit today and this necklace that I just want to run off with. So thank you all. Join us next time. Bye-bye.